Hello everyone. Today we'll be going through International GCSE Mathematics B Paper 2R 15 Jan 2020 4MB1/02R. Let us move to the question number 1. Question number 1 says James bought a car on 1st March 2016. On 1st March 2017, the value of the car was 20% less than the amount that James paid for the car on 1st March 2016. On 1st March 2018, the value of the car was 10% less than the value of the car, and then on 1st March 2018 the value of the car was this much. Now calculate the amount in pound that James paid for the car on 1st March 2016. We will part A part first, then we'll move to the B part. A part. To understand the question properly, what we can do, we can write on like 2016, what was the situation, and 2017, and then 2018. So these were the 3 years, and from 2016 to 17, 20% less down, and from 17 to 18, as it is mentioned, further 10% down. So 10% down was this one, reduction or depreciation. And the amount after 2018 is 20,340 pounds. So we can write 20,340. This was the amount in 2018 1st March. Now we have, this is basically reverse percentage question. We have to start with this amount and reduce it by 10% and 20%. So we can reduce this amount 20,340, and it will be first reduced by 20%. So 20%, after 20% reduction, what we'll do, we will divide it by 80, because 100 minus 20 will be 80. So 80%, and then for the second time we'll reduce it by 10%. For 10% we will divide by 90 and percent over 100. So 100 minus 10 will be 90. So we are dividing it by this. Now we can rewrite it as 20,340 divided by, this will be 80 and 90, and this 100 will be shifted as numerator. So we can write it as 100 into 100. And now rest of the calculations are the calculator, and if we use calculator, this will be fraction 20340 into 100 and multiply by 100 and divided by 80 into 90, and this will be giving us answer 28,250. So this will be the amount after 2018 March. So this is basically the part A which we are done. Now part B. For part B, they are saying on 1st March 2019 the value of the car was this much. So after one more year, the amount is further reduced to 19,323. Calculate the percentage decrease in the value of the car from 1st March 2018 to 1st March 2019. So for the B part, we will be calculating first the reduction. So reduction or depreciation will be equal to, this is the amount, this was the amount in pounds, 20,340, and the reduced amount is 19,323. So minus pound 19,323, and this calculation we can do 20,340 minus 19,323, and this will be equal to 1,017 pounds. 1,017 pounds is this amount. Now percentage increase, this amount 1017 is against what, 20,340, and this will be percentage reduction will be equal to this multiply by 100, and this will be equal to, we can write 1017 over 20340, and this will be multiplied by 100 for percentage, and this will be equal to basically we have done mistake over here, it should be 20340, and this will be equal to 5%. So 5% is the final answer for B part. Hopefully you understood this. Now question number 2. Question number 2 says a mixture of concrete is made up of 105 kg cement, 252 kg of sand, and 273 kg of gravel. Given that the mass of the cement ratio mass of sand ratio mass of gravel is this one, ratio is provided. Write down, A part is write down two different equations in x and y, simplify your equations. This is 2-mark question. So first, for this one we will be doing what, for A part we can write cement ratio sand and ratio gravel. So for this one the ratios are provided 105, 252 and 273. So 105 ratio 252 ratio 273, this is the ratio, and now we can simplify, we can divide everything by 105, and we will get, this will be 105 divided by 105 will be 1, and this will be 252 divided by 105 will be equal to 2.4, so this will be 2.4, and this next will be 273 over 105 will be equal to 2.6, so 2.6. So now these are the ratios, and this is in algebraic form. This one they have provided this one in form of expressions, so we can write this equal to what, this will be 1 ratio 2x plus y and ratio x plus 2y. Now this will be equal to the same, this we have simplified this side, which is simplified ratios, and now we can write this side as it is 2x plus y, and ratio this will be x plus 2y. Now we have to write down the two equations. We can say this one 2x plus y is equal to 2.4. So our equation will be 2x plus y is equal to 2.4. This will be our one equation, and the second equation we can write x plus 2y is equal to 2 minus x. So x plus 2y is equal to 2.6, and these are the required two equations which they have mentioned in part 1. Write down two different equations in x and y. Now for B part, hence solve these two equations for the value of x and for the value of y. Give each value as a simplified fraction. So what we'll be doing will be now solve for B part. We will be solving these two given equations which we have just formed, and to equalize the coefficients of x, so what will I'll rewrite the equation. 2x plus y is equal to 2.4. This is our first equation, and the second equation is x plus 2y is equal to 2.6. So we will multiply the second equation by 2 to get the new equation, which will be 2x plus 4y is equal to 2.6 multiplied by 2 is equal to 5.2. So we can write here 5.2. So this will be our second equation, and first equation, if I use first equation and write over here, and now we can simplify, and this will be subtracted, change sign. After changing sign, we can cancel these two, and the rest of the things we can write down. 3y is equal to 5.2 minus 2.4 is equal to 2.8. So this will be plus 2.8, and y value we can calculate. So y value will be what? Y value will be equal to 2.8 over 3, or the same thing we can write 28 over 30 by multiplying numerator and denominator by 10. So y value will be 28 by 30, or simplified answer we can write 14 over 15. Basically this will be the y value which will give as answer. And now we can find x value. For x value, what we will do, we will replace y value in any of the given equations. So we will I will replace in the second one. So x plus 2y is equal to 2.6. This implies x is equal to 2 into 14, x plus, it should be plus, over 15. 14 over 15 is equal to 2.6. Now we can write x is equal to 2.6 minus 2 into 14 over 15, and this is the thing which we will simplify with the calculator. So 2.6 minus 2 into fraction 14 over 15, and we are doing mistake. So 14 over 15, and this will be equal to 11 over 15. So 11 over 15 will be the x value which we were supposed to find. This is also done. Now this was 3-mark question. Now question number three is matrices question. They're saying find inverse of this matrix. Inverse of matrix, we know inverse of matrix is what? For example, if this is equal to A, the given matrix is this one which we have written as A. So A inverse will be equal to what? Adjoint of A, adjoint of A over A mod. So this will be the formula which we will be using to get A inverse. So adjoint of A, adjoint of A, we are changing location of these two and changing sign of these two. This will give us the adjoint. Now this is adjoint of A. Now we can find A mod. A mod will be 4 multiplied by 2, which is 8, and minus 5 multiplied by 2 will be 10. So this will be equal to minus 2. Now we got this one. We will replace these two values in this formula which we have already written. So A inverse is equal to adjoint of A, which is 4 minus 5 minus 2 and 2, and over A mod, which is minus 1 by 2. So we can write here minus 1 by 2, and this will be A inverse which we have found. Now for B part, they are saying use your answer to part A to find the value of x and the value of y that satisfy this equation. So if we shift this, basically this one, this is our A. If we shift to this side, so this side mean over here, so it will be A inverse. So our equation will become what? So now B part we can solve it as, we'll write down y square minus 9x, and this will be x is equal to inverse 1 minus 1 over 2, and this will be 4 minus 5 minus 2 and 2 into this one, which is given 0 and minus 2. 0 and minus 2. Now we can multiply this one. We can write minus 1 by 2 as it is, and now we will multiply first row, and this is only one column, so we'll multiply by this, and we will get what? We will get 4 into 0 will be 0, and minus 2 into minus 2 will be plus 4, so this one. Now we can multiply second row and the column, and it will be 0 minus 5 into 0 will be 0, and 2 into minus 2 will be minus 4, and we can rewrite it as minus 1 by 2, or 1 over minus 2, and this will be 4 and minus 4. Now we can divide it by minus 2, and this will be what? This will give us minus 2 and 2. So this is equal to y square minus 9x and x. Now we can compare both sides, and this will give us x is equal to 2. X is equal to 2 after comparing this, and the second equation which we'll get will be y square minus 9x is equal to minus 2, and this implies we can replace x is equal to 2, so y square will be equal to minus 2 and plus 18, and which is equal to 16. So y will be equal to plus minus under root 16, which is equal to plus minus 4. So y is equal to plus minus 4 will be final answer for this part. Hopefully you understood this. Now this was question number 3, and now we can move to question number 4. Question number 4 is basically lower bound upper bound question. Bag B1 and bag B2 each contains soil. The weight of the soil in B1 is 7.5 kg to the nearest 100 grams, and B2 5 kg nearest 10 grams. What we have to do in part A, find the lower bound, that the total weight of the soil in the two bags. So for A part, lower bound of the weight. So what we will do for A part, we will take the lower bound of 7 point, first one is 7.5 kg to the nearest 100 gram. 7.5 kg, we can write it as 7500 grams, and lower bound will be what? Lower bound of this to the nearest 100 means 50 grams we will subtract, so it will be 7450 grams. This will be the lower bound, and for 5 kg similarly we can convert into grams, that will be 5000 grams, and the this one lower bound for this will be what? Lower bound for we will be taking, because we need the lower bound for the total weight of the soil in the two bags. So for the lower bound we will divide this by basically 2, and this will be equal to 5 grams. So plus minus 1, 5 gram. For lower bound we will subtract 5 gram, so we will get lower bound will be 4995 grams. So we have subtracted 5 grams from this one to get lower bound. Now we can check for the total weight. So bag A plus bag B, bag A plus B will be equal to 7450 plus 4995, and this will be equal to 7450 plus 4995 5 and this will be equal to 124445. So this will be grams will be answer for this one. Now we can move to the second part. For the second part, they are saying the upper bound for the difference in the weights of the soil in the two bag. For upper bound, we will be taking upper bound of bag A and lower bound of bag B so that we will get the maximum difference. And second part, we will be taking 7500. For this one we will check upper bound, and for 5000, which is 5 kg, we will check the lower bound so that we will get the maximum difference between these two values. So upper bound will be 7550 because this is nearest 100, and lower bound will be 4995 because this is to the nearest 10 grams. And the difference will be what? Difference will be equal to 7550 minus 4995, and this will be equal to 7550 minus 4995, and this will be 2 triple five. So 2555 grams. This will be answer for this one. Now the third part they are saying the lower bound to the nearest 50 grams for the difference in weight of the soil in the two bags. So lower bound, for the lower bound of the difference we'll be taking lower bound of A, bag A. So what we will do, we can solve part 3 over here. So 7500, for this one we will take lower bound, and lower bound will be 7450 because it is closer to nearest to 100 grams. And 5 for 5000 we will be taking the upper bound so that we will get the lesser difference. So this will be 4000, basically 5000. Upper bound will be 5005 grams, and the difference will be what? Difference will be equal to 7450 minus 5005, and this will be equal to 7450 minus 5005 is equal to 2445. So 2445 grams will be the answer. And they are saying for part 3 that the difference weight of the soil in two bags. So rounded answer will be what? We can provide approximately 2450 grams. This will be our answer for this third part. Now next part of the question, a large jar is to be filled with the sweets. The jar will be filled using bags of sweets. The weight of the sweets in each bag is 220 grams to the nearest 5 gram. When the jar is full of sweets, the weight of the sweets in the jar is 10 kg to the nearest 0.2 kg. Barrett has 45 bags of sweet. Giving your reason, determine whether Barrett has a sufficient number of bags of sweets to be sure that he can fill the jar with sweets. So for this one, two 220 grams to the nearest 5 gram. So we will take the lower bound of the sweets, and what we can do, we can solve B part over here. So lower bound of 220 will be what? This will be lower bound, and this will be 217.5 because 5 divided by 2 will be 2.5, so we have subtracted 2.5 and we got 217.5. hopefully you are getting. And for 45 bag we will multiply it by 45, and we will get 217.5 multiplied by 45 will be equal to 9787.5, 9787.5, and 10 kg will be the requirement, and 10 kg is equal to 10,000 grams, and lower bound of 10,000 grams will be what? Lower bound of this will be 10,000 minus this will be 100. Because why 100? Because 0.2 kg, they are saying over here 0.2 kg, and 0.2 kg is 200 grams, so we can check over here. 0.2 kg will be equal to 200 grams, and we will divide this to get the lower bound. We will divide this by 2, and this will be 100 grams. So plus minus 100 gram for upper and lower bound. In this case we are finding lower bound, so we have subtracted this 100, and this will be 9,900 grams, which is basically more than this. So we will say that it will not fill. We will say no, and it needs around like 47 bags to fill. We can check for 47, and we will multiply 47 by 217.5. 47 multiplied by 217.5, and this will be 47 multiplied by 217.5. This will give us 10,222.5. That will be sufficient. So 10,222.5. So this will be requiring 47 bags. So this will be our final answer. Hopefully you understood this. Now we can move to question number 5. Question number 5 says we have to solve this indices. Basically question this one, show clear algebraic working also. So we can write everything in simpler form, like for example this one, 3 raised to power 4x as it is, and 5 raised to power 3x plus 1 also as it is. 45 we can write as 5 multiplied by 9. So what we can do, we can write 45 is equal to 5 multiplied by 9, or if we can write 5 into 3 square, and this one we will be utilizing over here. So I will write 5 raised by 1 minus 2x, and 3 square raised by 1 minus 2x separately, and divided by this will be 9, and this will be equal to 5 raised to 4, which is this one, which is written over here. Now we can combine 3 raised to the power, this will be 3 raised by 4x, and into 3 raised to the power, this 2 will be multiplied by 1 minus 2x, and this will be 2 minus 4x, and now we can write it as 9. We can shift as numerator, and this will be 3 raised by minus 2, so 3 raised by minus 2, and 5 we can write 5 raised by 3x plus 1, and into 5 raised by 1 minus 2x, and this is equal to 5 raised by 4. Hopefully you understood this step as well. Now we can add this one, 3 raised by, because these bases are same, so powers will be added, so we can combine these 3, so it will be 3 raised by 4x plus 2 minus 4x and minus 2, and now 5, also 5 raised by, also we can combine, so 3x plus 1 and plus 1 minus 2x, and this is equal to 5 raised to power 4. and we can cancel 4x minus 4x plus 2 and minus 2, so it will be 3 raised to power 0 into 5 raised to the power 3x minus 2x will be x, and plus 1 will be 2, so x plus 2, and this is equal to 5 raised to the power 4, and this one anything raised to power 0 will be 1, so we can leave this one, so it will be 5 raised to power x plus 2 will be equal to 5 raised to power 4. Now the bases are same, powers can be compared, so x plus 2 is equal to 4. 2 we can shift to other side, so x will be equal to 4 minus 2, which is equal to 2, so x is equal to 2 will be our final answer for this question. This was a 4-mark question, straightforward, easy. Now we can move to question number 6, functions question. Basically the function f, g and h are defined as these are the definitions. X is not equal to 0. A part, find number 1 g of minus 3. So for a1 we will find g of minus 3. G of x is what? G of x is equal to x square minus 2x plus 3. So we can find g of minus 3 will be minus 3 squared. We will replace x by minus 3, and this will be like this one, and now we can rewrite it as this will be 9 and this will be plus 6 and plus 3, so this will be equal to 18. So g of minus 3 is equal to 18, which is done. A part is done. And second is f of h of minus 1 by 4. So for the second part we have to find f of h of minus 1 over 4. So first of all we will find h of minus 1 over 4, and h of x is what? H of x is 6 over x. So 6 over minus 1 over 4, and this will be equal to, we can use calculator, this will be minus 24, but we can write it as minus 1 over 4 like this, and this will be equal to minus 24. So after getting this h of minus 1 by 4, now we have to find f of h of minus 1 by 4, which will be equal to f of minus 24, and f of x is equal to what? F of x is equal to x plus 3. So we will write it as minus 24 plus 3, and this will be equal to minus 21. So this will be answer for this part. Now B part says express the inverse of the composite function hf in the form this one and simplify your answer. So hf of x, we can write B part, B1 will be h of f of this one inverse of this. So h f of x is equal to what? 6 over x plus 3. Basically what we have done, we have taken f of x and replaced in h of x, and we got this one, and we can rewrite it as y is equal to 6 over x plus 3, and further we can shift x plus 3, and we have to make basically x as subject, so this will be 6 over y. Now we can shift 3 also to other side, so x will be equal to 6 over y minus 3, and now we can swap x and y, so y will be equal to 6 over x minus 3, which we can take LCM and rewrite it as 6 minus 3x over x by taking LCM, and this will be what? This will be our inverse. So hf inverse of x will be equal to 6 minus 3x over x, and this will be the answer. Then they are saying second part, state the value of x that must be excluded from any domain of h of f or inverse. So if we check this one, for the second part, we can provide answer over here. This denominator should not be 0 because otherwise it will be undefined form. So we will write here x should not, x is equal to 0. We can write this is the value which we have to exclude. So x is equal to 0 is excluded. So this is excluded value. And for the C part, basically find the two values of x for which h of g hgf of x is equal to 2. So first of all, we have to write hg. If we write the C part, we'll solve over here. We need HGF of x. So first of all, we will replace f of x and we will get hg, and f of x is x plus 3. Now in g of x we will replace, so it will be what? In g of x, if we replace x plus 3, we will get x plus 3 squared minus 2 into x, which is x plus 3 in this case, and plus 3. Now h of 3 we can replace. We'll have to basically h of x, this will be 6 over this one, x plus 3 squared, minus 2 into x plus 3 plus 3. Hopefully you are understanding each and everything I'm trying to explain, and it is given this is equal to 2, so I will write equal to 2. Now we will open the denominator, square in the denominator, so we will get x squared plus 9, 3 squared will be 9, plus 2ab, which is 2 into 3 will be 6, and into x, and minus, we will open the bracket, so minus 2x and minus 6 plus 3, and this is equal to 2. And further we can simplify the denominator, and our denominator will become what? This will be 6 over, this will be x squared plus 4x, and plus this will be 12, and not 12, it will be 6, 9 plus 3 will be 12, 12 minus 6 will be, so it will be plus 6 is equal to 2. Now we can cross multiply and we will get 2x squared plus 8x plus 12 is equal to 6, and we can rewrite it as 2x squared plus 8x, and plus 12 minus 6 will be 6, so this will be equal to 0. Now we got the quadratic equation which we can solve, and we can utilize this space. And first of all, we will get rid of 2, so we'll get x squared plus 4x plus 6 is equal to 0. Now we can factorize, and mod 5 3, and coefficient of x square will be 1, coefficient of x is 4, and constant value is 6, and this is equal to iota. So basically what we have done, I think so we have done something wrong. This should not be 6, it should be 3, because we have to divide this. Okay, so now 1 and 4 and 3, and this will give us minus 1 and 3. So x plus 1 and x plus 3 is equal to 0. These will be the factors. So x is equal to minus 1 and x is equal to minus 3. These will be the two values which we needed to find. This was basically 4 plus 5 9 10 11 11 mark questions. Question 6 was 11 mark question. That is done. Question number 7. Write down all the multiples of 3 lying between 1 and 20. So multiples we can write basically 1 and 20. So multiples We can write over here. So A part. So 3, 6, 9, 12. These are multiples. So 15, 18, and that's also 6 multiples will be there. This is A part, which we are done. Then next they're saying Ahmad and Hani play a game with 20 numbered balls. The 20 balls are numbered from 1 to 20. Balls are put in a bag. Ahmed takes at random all a ball from the bag randomly taken. So makes a note of its number and puts the ball back into the bag. So it's like replaced. So its situation remains same. If the number of the ball is a multiple of 5, Ahmad wins a game. If so, multiple of 5, Ahmad wins a game. So it will be 5 out of multiple of 5. How many multiples are there? So it will be 5, 10, 15, and 20. So 4 multiples will be there. So probability will be 4 out of 10, and for not winning will be 6. Not winning will be 16 out of 20, not 10. Basically these are 20. So 4 out of 20 and 16 out of 20. So we are doing B part basically. Now the next portion, if Ahmad does not win the game, Hani takes at random a ball from the bag, makes a note of its number, and put the ball back into the bag. If the number of ball is a multiple of 3, so multiples of 3 we have already written, which are over here, which are 6. So for Hani's turn, it will be 6 out of 20. So 6 out of 20 win, and 14 remaining will be 14. So 14 out of 20 will be not winning. Then for the next portion, if Hani does not win the game, Ahmad takes at random a ball from the bag, makes a note of its number and put the ball back into the bag. If the number of the ball is a multiple of 6, Ahmad wins the game. So multiples of 6 are 6, 12, and 18. 6, 12, and 18. These are 3 multiples. So winning probability will be what? 3 out of 20 and 17 out of 20. And next, last one is if Ahmad does not uh, win the game, Hani takes at random a ball from the bag, makes a note of its number, and puts the ball back into the bag. If the number of the ball is multiple of 4, multiples of 4 are what? 4 and 8 and 12 and 16, so and 20 also. So 5 multiples of 4, so it will be, this probability will be 5 out of 20, and this will be 15 out of 20. So this is the chart which we have completed, and they are saying if Hani does not win the game stops and the result is a draw. The incomplete probability tree for the game is shown. Complete the probability tree diagram for Ahmed and Hani's game, 4 marks, which we have already done. This tree diagram we have completed. Now for C part, they are saying determine which player, Ahmed or Hani, is more likely to win the game. Give a reason for your answer also. So to win the game, for example, if Ahmed need to win the game, we require basically, we will check the wins. Ahmed win is this one, and Ahmed win is this one. So these are the two situations in which Ahmed will be winning. And first situation, so C part, we can write answer over here. So probability of Ahmed wins will be what? This will be, for this one Ahmed win, it will be 4 by 20. So this will be 4 over 20, and in this one we will be adding the probability of this other win, and this will be taken by this root, so we'll multiply this with this with this, and 16 by 20, 14 by 20, and 3 by 20, these will be multiplied. 16 by 20 into 14 by 20 into 3 by 20. So these will be the two wins, and if we calculate this by the help of calculator, so we will get 4 over 20 plus this one plus, so in brackets we can mention 16 over 20 into 14 over 20 and multiply by 3 over 20, and this one will be 71 over 250, 71 over 250, or in decimal format we can write 0.284, 0.284. This will be the probability for Ahmed's win. Now for probability for Hani's win. So for Hani wins, and this will be equal to, we will check the options for Hani's win. Hani's win will be this one. Hani wins, and the second is over here. Hani wins. So for this one, branch will be 16 by 20 and 6 by 20, first branch. So we will write here 16 by 20 into 6 by 20. So this will be one option, one win situation, and the second situation of win for Hani will be starting from here, this one, then this one, and then this one. So this will be the root, so we will be multiplying 16 by 20, 14 by 20, 17 by 20, and 5 by 20. So we will write here 16 by 20 into 14 by 20 into 17 by 20 into 5 by 20. So these will be the two roots, and now we can simplify this. So we can write in brackets 16 over 20 and multiply by 6 over 20 and bracket close, and plus the next one will be 16 over 20 and multiply by 14 over 20 and multiply by 17 over 20, and next will be multiplied by 5 over 20, and this one will be equal to 395 over 1000, 395 over this is 359, not 95. So 359 over 1000, which we can write as 0.359, in decimal format 0.359. Now if we check, this probability is more than this one, so Hani probability of Hani's win, probability of Hani's win is greater than probability of Ahmad's win. This is what we have shown. Hopefully you understood each and everything. This was 9-mark question. This was 9 plus 1, 10-mark question. It's very easy, but 10-mark question. Now question number 8. Question number 8 is diagram is provided which is not accurately drawn, and figure 1 shows triangle ABC in which AB is equal to 100 centimeters, AC is equal to 30 centimeters, and angle ACB is 70 degrees. Calculate 2-3 significant figures. A part, the size in degrees of angle ABC. So this angle is basically required. So to check this angle, what we can do, we can apply sine rule. We have this side 30 centimeter and we have this side, so we will apply, and we have 70-degree angle as well, so we will be applying sine rule. So for A part we can use over here, A part will be 30 over sine of B will be equal to 100 over sine of 70 degrees, sine of 70 degree, and sine B will be equal to 30 into sine of 70 degree divided by 100, and B will be, angle B will be equal to sine inverse of 30 into sine of 70 degree divided by 100, and this will be equal to, we can use the calculator, it should be in degree mode, you will have to careful, so shift sine, this will be 30 sine of 70 degrees and divided by 100, and this will be equal to 16.374 degrees approximately. Up to 3 significant figures is required, so 16.4 degrees will be answer for A part. 16.4, we got this as 16.4 degrees. Now this is done. And the B part, they are saying the length in centimeter, length in centimeter of BC. So BC is okay, the side BC, length in centimeters, so we can calculate basically the third angle also. We have two angles of the triangle ABC, so this third angle we can calculate 180 minus, so angle A will be equal to, we can write over here B part answer, and angle A will be equal to 180 minus 16.4 plus 70. These two angles are provided, and this will be equal to 180 minus in brackets 16.4 plus 70 and bracket close, and this will be equal to 93.6 degrees. So we got this angle as 93.6 degrees. Now we can find BC again by sine rule, and BC over 100, BC over 93.6. So we can write BC over sine of 93.6 degrees will be equal to 100 over sine of 70 degrees, and BC will be equal to 100 multiplied by sine of 93.6 degrees and divided by sine of 70 degrees, and this calculation will be fraction 10 into sine of 93.6 and divided by sine of 70 degrees, and this will be equal to 10.6. Basically this is not 10, this is 100, so this will be 100, and we can rewrite this one as 100, so it will be 106.20, 106.20 centimeters. So up to 3 significant figures we can write 106 centimeters. This will be our answer. Then they are saying for part B, as shown in figure 1, the point E lies on AB, the point D lies on AC such that ED and BC are parallel. So this line is parallel to this line. Parallel, and AD ratio DC. AD ratio DC is 1 ratio 2. So this is 1 and this is 2, 1 ratio 2. So the target is right down the length in centimeters of DC. So 30 is divided into 1 ratio 2. So this will be, we can write it as 10 ratio 20 by multiplying 10. So DC will be 20, and this is 1 mark easier question. So this will be C part, we can write over here, and DC will be equal to 20 centimeters. Hopefully you understood this. Now for D part, the midpoint of BC is M. So this is the midpoint of BC, and total length is 106, which we have already calculated. Calculate the area in centimeter to 3 significant figures of the triangle DCM. DCM is required. So we can find the length of this much. MC or CM will be 106 divided by 2, because M is the midpoint. So this will be 2 5s are 10 and 2 3s are 6. So 53 centimeters will be the this one MC side, and DC side we already calculated 20 and angle is 70. So we can find the area of this triangle which we are shading right now. Hopefully you are understanding each and everything. So this is the triangle which we are shading. So area of triangle DCM, area of triangle DCM, this is part D. So part D, we can write area of triangle DCM will be equal to half into AB sine C. So one side is 20, the other side is 53, which we have just indicated, and sine of 70 degree. This will give us the area of the triangle. So half 0.5 into 20 into 53 multiplied by sine of 70 degrees, and this is equal to 498.04. 498.04. So up to 3 significant figures it will be 498, and this will be centimeters square. This will be the final answer for D part. So okay, calculate the area in centimeter square to 3 significant figures of triangle DCM. We are done with this. Now E part. E part is saying, given that area of ABC, triangle ABC over triangle DCM is equal to K, find the value of K without working out the area of triangle ABC. So without working out area of triangle ABC, we have to find the value of K. For this E part, what we can do, for E part, we can write basically the areas of this one, the bigger triangle and the smaller triangle, and we can write area of triangle ABC over area of DCM is equal to K. This is what we have to write. Now area of triangle ABC will be what? Half into one side into second side and sine of 70 degree. and in case of triangle DCM, it will be half into one side, which we have written as 20, and the other side, which is 53, and sine of the same angle, which is 70 degree. This will be equal to K. Now after cancellation, this portion will be cancelled, this will be cancelled, and the remaining will be what? We can cancel basically this also. 10 threes are 30 and 10 twos are 20, and we can write 3 into 106 over 2 into 53, and this will be equal to K. And further cancellation, this ones are, and this will be 53 twos are this, so 2 we can cancel with this, and so K value will be equal to 3. This will be our final answer. Hopefully you understood this question as well. Now this was a little tricky question, and we are done with this one. So 6 plus 7, 6 plus 1, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 more question. This was a good question. Now question number 9. A triangle A has vertices basically with coordinates these. So these are the coordinates given on the grid. Draw and label the triangle A. So we have to label these triangle -5 and 2. So we will be using this grid. -5 and 2 will be -5 and 2 is over here. So next point is -11 and 0. So -11 and 0 will be this point, and third point is -7 and 6. So -7 and 6 will be this mark, and now we have to join basically these points, and this will be the required triangle which we can draw, and this is the triangle which we have drawn, and the coordinates also we can mention -1, -11 and 0, and then -5 and 2, and this will be -7 and 6. So this will be our triangle which we were supposed to indicate on this grid. So we are done with this drawing, and we have to label it as A. So this is our A triangle. This is basically part A which we are done. Then triangle B. Triangle B is the image of triangle A under the enlargement of with center 1, 4 and scale factor -1 by 2. So center 1, 4. 1, 4 we have to indicate 1, 4. So 1 and 4 will be indicated over here. So 1 and 4 is this one, and we have to enlarge it by scale factor -2. So what we can do, we can draw the lines. So first line which I'm drawing is this one. I'll have to extend this line and extend this line like this one, and the other side also we have to draw the line, and for that one we can draw like this, and further we can extend this line like this, and this will be -2. So scale factor -2. So we can indicate like one point will be over here, and the second point will be 4 in this, and the third point will be over here, which is 7 and 6. So minus 2, so we can draw the triangle and we have to indicate it as B. So this will be the triangle, and we can shade it so that we can properly identify. This is basically the triangle which we have to label as B, so we will label it as B over here, and the coordinates also we can write 7 and 6, and this will be 5 and 3, and this will be 4 and 5, and these will be the coordinates. After this, and this is basically center of enlargement, which is 1 and 4. So 1 and 4 we can indicate over here for the center of enlargement. So this is also done, which we have labeled as B. Now triangle C is the image of triangle B under the rotation 180 about the point 3 and 1 on the grid. Draw and label triangle C. So point 3 and 1. 3 and 1 is where? 3 and 1 is this point, which we can mark in black over here. So this is 3 and 1. Now 180-degree rotation. Rotation 180-degree will be which side? We can draw like this one, and from here also we can draw like this. So now we can further, basically this will be minus 1. So 180-degree rotation, we can rotate this. This is 4 and 5 will be rotated over here, and this will be the one point will be this one, and the second point which we wanted to rotate is basically 3 and 2 and 3 will be 1, 2 and minus 3 will be this point, and then one point will be over here, which we can rotate like this point. This point will be 180-degree on this side, and the third point we can shift over here. So this one will be the third point which we can indicate, and if you want we can join these two also. So our triangle will be basically, this one will be our triangle. So if I take the other color, basically this one, so we will get this triangle like this. So this will be the we can shade this triangle. This is the required triangle which we have done, and the coordinates also we can mention. This will be 2 and minus 3, and this will be minus 1 and minus 4, and this will be 1 and minus 1. So 1 and minus 1, these will be the coordinates, and we have to label it as C, so we can label it as C over here. So this is also done, and now last part, describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle C onto triangle A. So C onto A, so we can see C onto A is enlargement. We can draw, basically we can draw this line. If join these two vertices and extend this one, and this will be extended over here like this, and the other vertices also we can join, and this one we can find the center of enlargement, and the third vertices also we can join to find the center of enlargement, and this will be the third vertex which we can draw like this. So this is basically our center of enlargement, and the coordinates are 9 and -8. It's basically, yes, 9 and -8. So this will be the center of enlargement, and by uh, scale factor is 2. So we can write answer for D part, we can write answer over here, and this will be enlargement by scale factor 2, and center will be 9 and -8. So this will be center of enlargement. We are done with this question. This was question number 9. Now we can move to question number 10, which is vectors. Diagram is drawn which is not to scale or not accurately drawn, and if we go to the question, figure 2 shows trapezium ABCD in which point O is the midpoint of AD. So this is midpoint, so it means if this is A, so this will also be A with this direction. And next thing is point M is the midpoint of CD, so M is midpoint of CD. Okay, and what else? Given that OA is equal to A, O is equal to A, CB is equal to 1 by 2A, CB is also given 1 by 2A, and OB is equal to B, OB is given as B. So OB we can mention over here, OB is equal to B. Find in terms of A and B, simplify your answer where possible. First target is to find AB. So AB will be this direction. AB will be this direction. So what we can do, we can take this route and then this route. So it will be -A and plus B. So we will be mentioning this one in our answer. So we can write over here A and part 1, and AB we need to find, and we know AB is equal to AO plus OB, and this is equal to -A plus B, or we can write it as B minus A. This can be our final answer. Now for the second part says we need to find AC. AC is what? This is basically AC location we will check. AC is over here. If we draw A to C, this will be AC, so I will use the red line for this one, and this will be AC direction. This will be AC, and for this we can take basically route. We can take this route, this one and this one. We can take these two vectors. AB we have just calculated, and BC is already given, so AC is equal to AB vector plus BC vector, and this will be equal to AB is just we have calculated B minus A, and the BC will be -A by 2, and this will be equal to what? This will be 1 minus 1 by 2. 1 minus 1 over 2 will be equal to This is basically minus 1 by 2, because this is minus a, so this will be minus 3 by 2. So we can write b minus 3 by 2a, and this will be answer for the second part. Hopefully you understood this also. Now we can move to the third part, which is CD. We need to find CD and we will check the location CD. Okay, so CD is this route, which we can show the direction. CD will be this one. So for CD we can take CA CA plus AD. CA will be this route and AD will be this one. So we can use this route CA plus AD. So this will be third part, which we can mention over here, and this will be CD vector will be equal to CA vector plus AD vector. So, and CA we have just calculated, basically AC we calculated. So we will change the sign. So it will be 3 by 2A minus B. This will be CA, and plus AD is what? AD is minus 2A. So we will write here minus 2A. So 3 by 2 minus 2 will be 3 over 2, and minus 2 will be equal to minus 1 by 2a, minus 1 by 2a, and minus b, or we can take minus common, so inside will be 1 by 2a plus b. So this will be the final answer for this part. Now we have to find the fourth part. We have to find am. Am is what? Am. So AM is basically this direction, AM. For AM, we can take basically AD and DM. We can take this route, AD and DM. So we will be writing in our answer AM is equal to, fourth part will be this one, AM vector is equal to AD vector plus DM vector, and AD we know is equal to minus 2A, and DM is what? DM is minus 1 by 2 of CD, minus 1 by 2 of CD. So we can write CD over here. CD just we have calculated. So we will replace values, minus 2a minus 1 by 2 of CD, uh, which is basically minus 1 by 2a minus b, and if we open the bracket and simplify, this will be minus 2a plus 1 by 4a and plus 1 by 2b, and this one I will write properly, and b also we have to write properly, and this will be equal to what? Minus 2 plus 1 by 4, minus 2 plus 1 over 4 will be equal to minus 7 by 4, a minus 7 by 4a, and plus 1 by 2 b. This will be the final answer for this part 4. We are done with this part 4 as well. Now we can move to part B. Part B says find and simplify an expression. So from here, the line OB and AM intersect at N, so that AN is equal to lambda AM and ON is equal to mu OB, where lambda and mu are positive constants. Find and simplify an expression in terms of A and B and lambda for ON. So ON is equal to uh, a plus lambda am. On is equal to, this is b part, we can b1, we can write on vector will be equal to a plus lambda am vector, and on will be equal to a plus lambda am value we have just calculated, which is 7 by 4a plus 1 by 2b, and we can basically rewrite it as a term we can take common, and inside will be 1 minus 7 by 4 minus 7 by 4 lambda, and plus this will be lambda by 2b. And now we can this is basically on which we have written, and the second part is hence find the value of lambda and the value of mu, which is 4-mark question. So lambda and mu we can compare. For second part, what we can do, we can compare 1 minus 7 by 4 lambda is equal to 0. So this implies 7 by 4 lambda is equal to 1. So lambda is equal to 4 by 7. Lambda is equal to 4 by 7. And for mu, we can write lambda by 2. We can compare, this will be equal to mu. And because on is basically on is equal to mu ob, that's why we are comparing it and writing it as mu, and mu will be equal to the lambda value we will replace, which is 4 by 7 over 2, which is equal to 4 by 14. 4 by 14, and this will be equal to 2 by 7. So mu value is 2 over 7. Hopefully you understood this. Now we can move to the next last part of this question. The area of triangle OAB is 14 square units. Find the area of triangle BNA. So BNA is which triangle? We will be indicating BNA is basically this shaded triangle, this one. So we can shade it. Hopefully you are understanding each and everything. And if you like the video, then press bell icon and also subscribe the channel as well, so that you will be getting notification for incoming videos. Okay, so this is basically done. So this one, area of triangle BNA will be equal to what? So area of triangle BNA is basically 5 ratio, this is divided into 5 and 7. So ON is 2 by 7. It means that BN, this length is 5 by 7. So we can write area of triangle C part answer, we can mention area of triangle BNA is equal to 5 by 7 of area of triangle OAB, which is given as 14 units. So 5 by 7 into 14, this will be equal to 7 2s are 14, so 10 square units. This will be the final answer for this question. Hopefully you understood each and everything. Question number 11. Part of the curve with equation y is equal to x square minus 5 plus 3 is drawn on the grid. The equation of another curve is this one. Complete the table of values. Y is equal to this one. So table of values, these y is equal to 2 decimal places we have to provide, and these values they have already provided. and we have to complete this table. This is 3-mark question, very easy. We can use calculator for this. And this one we will be writing this given equation, we will type in this, which is this one. So we will be typing this equation, minus, and fraction will be x cubed. So x and cubed will be this one, over this will be 6, and next is plus 6x squared, so 6x and squared over 5, and then minus again fraction 3x over 2. So after typing this equation, we will calculate for different values. We can check for 0. So calculate, this button calculate we have pressed. Calculate for x is equal to 0, and we will get 0, which is already provided. Then calculate for 0.5. Again I'll press calculate. Calculate for 0.5, and this is equal to minus 0.47, which is already provided. Now we can calculate for 1. Calculate for x is equal to 1, which is equal to minus 0.47. So the value which we can write is minus 0.47, rounded value. And now we can calculate for 2. Calculate for 2, and this will be equal to 0.47. So 0.47, and calculate for 4. Calculate for x is equal to 4, and this will be giving us 2.53. So we can write answer as 2.53. And next value is calculate for 4.5. Calculate for 4.5, and this will give us decimal value as 2.36. So 2.36, and next value is provided. So this is 3-mark question. By the help of calculator we have easily done this. Now on the grid opposite, plot the points. Plot the points from your completed table and join them to form a smooth curve. So we'll have to indicate these points on the grid over here, and first is 0 0. We will indicate 0 0 will be this point. Then next value is 0.5 and minus 0.47. 0.5 and minus 0.47 we can indicate roughly over here. And the third value is 1 and minus 4.7 for 1 as well, so that will be this value. And then for 1 point for 2 it will be 0.47. So for 2 it will be 0.47. So we got this value as well. Now we can find the next. For 3 it will be 1.8. For 3 it will be 1.8. So 1.8 will be this value for 3, and for 4 it is 2.53. For 4, 2.53. So 2.53 like this, and next will be 4.5 and 2.36. 4.5 and 2.36. 2.36 will be around here, and next value is 5 and 1.67. 5 and 1.67. So 1.67 will be roughly over here. Now we have to draw a smoother curve. We can draw a smoother curve like this one. So we can draw a smoother curve like this. So we can draw like this one, and it will be taking turn from here and then turning like this one. So we can redraw like this and over here. So this will be like a smoother curve which we have drawn. There should not be double line and everything should be finely done. Now this is what we have uh, done for B part, which is done. Now the C part, use the two curves on the grid to find the estimate to two decimal places of the range of positive values of x for which this value is greater than 0. Show your working clearly. So we will check the points of intersection of these two curves, and points of intersection basically we can check for this one. So it will be this one will be over here. X value will be, we can write 0.85. This will be the x value over here, and x value will be over here. It will be 4 point, over here we can mention as 4.8. So range will be what? Range will be, x will be varying from, x will be greater than 0.85 and less than 4.8. So this will be answer for this is basically C part. So answer to C part we have provided over here. Hopefully you understood this. Now for next part, for positive values of x, the two curves on the grid intersect at point P and Q. Find an estimate to one decimal place the gradient of the straight line through P and Q. So gradient of straight line through P and Q, we can draw the gradient of straight line also. If we draw gradient of straight line between these 2 points, so this will be over here, and this is the line. And now we can draw, basically we need the gradient of this line. So for the gradient we will be completing the triangle, and we can consider this triangle, and I will shade the triangle so that you should understand which triangle we are considering. Up to this one we are considering this triangle, and this is basically triangle which we are considering. Now to find the gradient of this triangle, we need to find rise and run. So we know gradient is equal to change in y value over change in x value. So change in y value will be the gradient, will be the rise. So we can write this one will be change in y value will be from this one 0.85 x value. For x value 0.85, we can find the y value. So calculate for 0.85, we will get minus 0.5. So y value will be minus 0.5. So from minus 0.5 to this value, which is basically we can find for 4.8. So minus 0.8 is on this side, and we can calculate for um, the x value 4.8, so 4.8, and this will give us 2.01. So this variation, this will be 2.01, 2.01, and this will be 0.5. So this will be rise and this will be run. So rise will be m value, we can find m will be equal to 2.01 minus this will be 4.8 minus 0.81. So this will be 2.01 and plus 0.5. Basically this will be added 0.5 and divided by, this will be 4.8 minus 0.85, and this will be equal to fraction 2.01 plus 0.5 divided by 4.8 minus 0.85, and this is equal to 0.635, 0.635, which we can round it to 0.64. So this will be the gradient, and this is what we were supposed to find an estimate for the gradient. Now the next part is, this is D part which we have done, so we can indicate over here this will be the D part. Now E part we can solve over here, and E part says this one: the equation of the straight line through P and Q has the form y is equal to ax plus b. Find to one decimal place the value of b. So y is equal to ax plus b. y is equal to ax plus b, and a is this is the gradient, this one. M value is equal to 0.64, and point is what, 0.85 and 0.51. This is basically the point which is over here, this one, this point. So coordinates of that point, we have this. So we can rearrange this. B will be equal to minus y. B will be equal to basically y minus this one. So b will be, y is equal to ax plus b. So b will be equal to y minus ax, and we can rewrite this one as this will be y value is 0.51 minus a value is 0.64, which is the gradient, and multiply by x value, which is 0.85, and this will be equal to, we can write 0.51 minus 0.64 into 0.85, and this will be equal to this one. Y value will be 0.5, instead of 0.51 it should be minus 0.51. If you check, this value is minus value for y, and now we can basically write this as minus. So if we recalculate with minus sign over here, so we will get minus 1.05, minus 1.05, and this will be equal to what? This will be approximately equal to minus 1.1. So this will be the b value which we are done with. Now the same thing which we have done over here, in exam you will not be having any support for any website or software. So for practice you can use some software for practice. So we can use this software for practice, and you can check from the net. So if we draw the graph, which is quadratic graph, which is given, which is this one, and x square minus 5x plus 3, this is basically the graph which they have provided us as a plotted graph. And now if we plot the other one, which is minus x cube over 6 plus 6 x square over 5 plus 7 by 2, 6x square over 5 minus 3x by 2. So if we plot this one, we will get this curve over here, and these will be the points of intersection which we can check over here, this one, and these are the points of intersection. This is y-intercept also for these. And now the gradient, the line which they have asked us is this line. So this will be our point of intersection of this line and this one, the second one, and these. So we can practice from here. I have taken picture of this graph also and inserted over here. I will show you this picture. Basically this is the picture which I'll move down, and I will show you it's the similar picture which we have plotted. So this one you can figure out. This red graph is basically the given graph, this one, and the other one is this cubic graph is blue one, which is having these two intersections with the red graph, and then this is the straight line. And basically we found the gradient of this straight line also. We have done by this triangular method. We calculated like this one. So from this one we have calculated the gradient of this triangle which we have already found. So this type of practice you should do by using software or website, so that you can solve these type of questions properly. Hopefully you understood each and everything, and don't forget to subscribe the channel, recommend this channel to your friends and class fellows, also introduce this channel to your respected teachers. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye.